What is global climate change? Global climate change is a change in the statistical distribution of weather patterns when that change lasts for an extended period of time. Climate change may refer to a change in average weather conditions or in the time variation of the weather within the context of longer-term average conditions. The causes of global climate change. The rate at which energy is received from the sun and the rate at which it is lost to space determine the equal temperature and climate of Earth. This energy is distributed around the globe by winds, ocean currents, and other mechanisms to affect the climates of different regions. Factors that can shape climate are called climate forcings or forcing mechanisms. These include processes such as variations in solar radiation, variations in the Earth's orbit, variations in the albedo or reflectivity of the continents, atmosphere and oceans, mountain building, and continental drift, and changes in greenhouse concentration. There are a variety of climate change feedbacks that can either amplify or diminish the initial forcing. Some parts of the climate system, such as the oceans and ice caps, respond more slowly in reaction to climate forcings, while others respond more quickly. There are also key threshold factors which, when exceed, can produce rapid forcing mechanisms can be either internal or external. Internal forcing mechanisms are natural processes within the climate system itself. Example, the thermoline circulation. External forcing mechanisms can be either natural, example, changes in solar output, the Earth's orbit, or volcanic or anthropogenic, example, increased emissions of greenhouse gas and dust.
Climate change is a very problematic public issue that we need to learn how to cope with the effects of it. Some ways to cope with it can be farmers changing some crops that they plant, polar bears eating something other than seals, or even squirrels breeding earlier in the year. What has been causing recent global climate change is carbon dioxide, a heat-trapping greenhouse gas. So mitigating the causes involve reducing the flow of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. We have to reduce the sources of these gases, like the burning of fossil fuels for electricity, heat, or transport. But species aren't the only ones that have had to move to different regions. Some people from West Africa have had to move from their homes to cope with the effects of global climate change. The rains have become fickle, the days have become hotter, and the droughts have become more frequent and more fierce. Coping with the effects has become more difficult but not impossible. Some of the mitigation measures that can be taken to avoid the increase of pollution emissions are to practice energy efficiency, have a greater use of renewable energy, or have efficient means of transport implementation. Going to these measures can be a big step for reducing global climate change.